What happened? Did Jeremy kill the chat again? What's going on?
I just had to explain to everyone that Earth wasn't technically 2D flat. They were all dumbfounded. They couldn't fucking believe it.
There's depths to this. It gets deep. Horizontal levels.
Yeah, that's tough for some people. That's tough. Level, horizontal, flat. Let's say I said I'm going to identify as a woman. Am I a woman?
No, just like a butterfly is not a fly made out of butter. Sometimes we call names things, but I don't know what that has to do with you being a woman or not. But sometimes we call things that aren't the actual thing, right? Butterflies aren't flies made out of butter. They have nothing to do with butter. Yet we call them butterflies.
Okay. But when you say something is not flat, or when you say something is flat when it's not flat, that is not a correct statement, bro. Like, I don't know why you're arguing this. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not arguing it. I agree with it. Earth is not technically 2D flat. Absolutely. It's 100% provable. There's elevation changes all over the place. It's kind of remedial, though, for where we're at this stage in the game. We all know I took a census. I came back from Bevs. I came here. I took a census. No one thought it was actually flat. Everyone already knew there was elevation changes. No one's arguing.
Okay, the people here in our quote unquote arena know, but if you say that to a regular person in the street, what do you think he's going to think? You know what he's going to think? He's going to think you're a lunatic. He's going to think you're backward minded. You know why? Because 2 presidents told the world that flat earthers are archaic, behind, and they're dumb. So I don't get it, man. Why are you fighting this?
You should have chewed the other one.
Like, this should not be an argument at all. This shouldn't be a topic of discussion. The earth is not flat, period, end of story. Anything you say after that, you look stupid. I'm sorry, man. Somebody has to say it plainly like that. The earth is not flat.
We know, but when we say that, we're talking about the horizontal plane that all the elevation is measured from. That's the flat part.
If I say I'm a woman, are you going to know I'm a man? Like, really, it goes back to a woke movement, this thing. It's ridiculous, bro. There's no way to win this.
No.
Sorry?
We know it's not flat.
So why do you say it then? So why do you say it then?
I don't say it. I say it's a horizontal plane.
Okay.
That's what I say.
With topography, with elevation changes, horizontal plane, and you have elevation changes on top of that. That's what all the measurements are made with a horizontal plane baseline. Like I said, we could rename ourselves something else. What do you want to call it? And then it'll be cool. We're going to change the name of butterflies too, because they're not made out of butter and they're not flies.
We're not talking butterflies, Jeremy. Come on.
How about anti-glober?
How about just saying the earth is not a globe? How about that?
It's not a freaking ball.
Yeah.
What?
Or how about just saying I'm me? Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Jeremy. How about that? How about not labeling yourself? I think that would be the best thing.
I agree.
Like, why can't you guys see that you're starting off a conversation in the red? In the red? Yeah, no, in the black. You're starting bad. You're starting minus. Like, why would you handicap yourself? I don't get it, man. And when somebody tells you the absolute truth, why do you get mad and get aggravated? It's a true statement. The earth is not flat. That should be the end of it. It's a bad trademark.
Did you not? What, didn't you hear that we agree with you?
Oh, then we're good. Then we're good.
Yeah.
But Jeremy gets all kind. He's got all kind of triggered today. So this is like basically towards Jeremy.
Bro, I agreed with you guys. I came in agreeing with you guys. I've always agreed with you guys. It's not 2D flat. We know. Levels horizontal. We know. All the elevation change. All the elevation is based off a horizontal plane. Like we know, bro. No
What
one's
was all
arguing
that?
that shit. We're all.
What was all that great circle and curved geodesic talk you were talking?
Tell him, Dice Low.
I know.
We're on to you, bro.
I know. But
We're
seriously,
definitely
though,
on to you,
dude.
bro.
Seriously, listen. And we're all on the same side. Why the games?
Who's playing games? No one's playing games.
Well, it doesn't look like that from where I'm staying.
Bro, you refuse to accept reality, bro.
I accept it. Flat Earth is not flat. I know. I accept that 100%. No question.
Oh.
We know there's elevation changes. That's undeniable. It's not even a question.
Okay, so what's the problem?
No, there's no. I don't know. There's somebody's playing games.
I don't know, bro. You're like Shallow Hal or something, bro. See a flat chested chick and you're just like automatically assuming shit's there. It's not there. But it's all good, bro.
Yeah. I'm not worried.
Who are you
People
addressing
can run
there, me or
around.
Jeremy? Dice Low. Were you talking to Jeremy or me?
I don't know. I'm just talking shit, bro. Anyone that, if the shoe fits, bro.
That would be you, Jeremy.
Dude, I did
Dice
go
Low's
in a
trying to
little
be diplomatic.
I know. Look, I did go in a little hot this morning. That was my fault. But dude, I don't know what the problem is. What's the problem here? Earth's
You're the
not flat.
problem.
Like when we run around saying Earth's flat, meaning, all the elevations coming from a horizontal plane. But you guys, I don't know. I don't even know what the problem is, dude. I don't know.
I'll tell you the problem. The problem is you're fighting the statement, the earth is not flat.
No, I accept that statement. I'm fine with that. We know that. We know there's elevation changes. 100%, bro. No one's fighting
Okay.
that.
So that should be, we should shake hands and walk away then, no?
Why? Where are you going? Don't go anywhere.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we should shake hands on it and have a beer or something. The earth is not flat.
That's what I'm
Boom.
saying. We're all on the same side. I don't know what the problem is here. What is the problem?
The
Where's the
problem
curve?
is
Trying to
The
figure that
curve
out
is my only problem. When you guys shake hands and sit there like, yeah, we agree, I'm going to walk in the middle and be like, now, boys, where's that fucking curve? And we're going to have another drink.
It's curving. It's all curving all over the place. Tell them, Messi. It's not flat. There's all curves all over the place, Democ. We can find them easy for you.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
mountains, there's hills, there's valleys. Yeah, it's not flat. Period.
Hell
That is
yeah,
a
I'm
true
looking for the
statement.
curve. I'm looking for the curvy water. The water ball edge. That's all I'm looking for, boys. So we can look at mountains, we can look at hills, we can jump around and play in the sand, but I'm looking for bendy water that doesn't get held by land.
I don't know, bro.
Curve,
Jeremy's over here
waterfall.
calling mosquito bumps
Yes,
curves, bro.
brother. Waterfall, that'll do it.
Waterfalls. You got there's curvy water all over the place. Waves.
Mosquito bumps.
Waterfalls don't match the math. They flow
What?
too fast. Yeah. They don't match the curve either. They don't match a curve calculator. They fall horizontally down. Most of them are vertically down and flow horizontal and then vertical or diagonal. You know what I mean? The only part they curve is the lip where they have to just like stop and then come down vertically. There's no arc.
D-Mox balls aren't even curved, bro. They're just fucking pancakes, bro.
I don't know what that means, but I'm looking for the pond that doesn't get held by dirt. I'm looking for the big lake that's not held by dirt. On the right side or left side, please. Where a cup of dirt doesn't have to hold the water. That's where I'm looking for. I'm looking for that magical spot, guys. However you want to deduce that portion. Where water can hold itself without the dirt being the thing that it falls to and sets at rest. Okay?
I mean,
Not a waterfall.
Essie, I'm hoping that if any flat earther approaches a normal person, the normal person's like, Earth's not flat, there's elevation changes. I'm hoping that the flat earther would say, of course, we're not talking about the topography, we're talking about the elevation profile the topography comes from. I'm assuming everyone would do that, right? No one's gonna be like, yes, it is 2D flat. No one would fucking do that, bro.
I hear you, but why put yourself in the position of starting off with a non-truth?
Well, I mean, we have to explain why a butterfly is not made out of butter or a fly.
I'm not talking about butterflies.
I'm just saying sometimes things are called, we say things about things that aren't true. I don't
And when
know.
somebody else points it out to you, right? I'm not telling you to
explain it to them.
change. Yeah, but you're not getting it. Why start off with a disadvantage? Especially when that explanation, right, goes with a lot of baggage. The thing you have to explain is because people in their brain, they think that we're backwards. People that identify as flat earthers are automatically laughed at.
I know. I don't like the name either. There's a lot of stigma attached to it. I understand why you wouldn't want to be associated with it, with even that term. I get it.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Geo himself doesn't like that phrase. I'm not crazy about it either, but like the other words that we can use are just, I don't know. Give me a word. What are we gonna call ourselves?
Well, how about saying, hi, I'm Jeremy. This is what I
Okay.
think.
Just say truther.
Yeah, if you must have a word, truther is what I said a long time ago as a suggestion. Yes.
Well, hey, you're considered backwards if you don't agree with the globe. Like it doesn't really matter what else you believe in. Like they're gonna think you're nuts if you don't agree with the globe. So I don't understand this. Well, it's not flat. The Earth's not flat. Like, well, it's not a ball, and it's more flat than it is a ball.
That's a very good point, dude. Is like what our whole point is, like, we're denying the globe or rejecting the globe, and they flip it around and make you absorb a term to make a claim so that they can avoid the fact that you're just denying the globe and asking for them to prove it.
Yeah.
That's the trick, bro.
I mean,
but that doesn't change the fact that doesn't change the fact that the Earth is not flat. You can look at it any way you want from any angle, right? The statement that the Earth is flat is not a true statement.
And we all agree with that. Okay.
Well, would you say it's level though?
What you should say, if you wanted to describe the Earth, it's easy to just say it's a horizontal plane with topography. Okay, that is a perfect example of the Earth.
Well, it's a topographical
horizontal plane.
Topographical plane.
Well, you know what I say? I say this. I say I have never observed the Earth as a whole. Therefore, I cannot make a shape claim. And by the way, flat is not a shape. We all know that.
Depending on how the conversation starts with the person, I don't think anyone's walking up to people saying, I'm a flat earther, right? So depending on how the conversation's going, if you're speaking about Earth or whatever you're speaking about, if they're asking you, who you are in a sense, why not just say you're a creationist? I mean, you can start from there, right?
I say, show me the till.
Wait a
Why
second.
not just say, hey, my name is such and such. What's your opinion on the subject?
Listen.
Why do you have to label yourself?
Right. It doesn't have to be about labels. You can say it depends on how it comes up, but you just say I'm not into labels. I know the Earth isn't the globe we were told it is. Would you like to talk about that?
There you
Yeah,
go.
but here's the deal. There's 3 billion searches on TikTok for flat Earth, bro. Okay, so if everyone wants to just like completely detach from the label that we may not all be satisfied with, they win at this point. Okay,
I agree with that. I'm a flat earther, bro, and I get that the Earth's not flat in the sense of the topography, but you got to remember what I said. It's the triggering aspect of it that causes people to look into it. You know, if you come out on a chat saying, "Hi, my name is," let's talk about the shit. No one's gonna fucking be interested, bro. It's not gonna gain traction. Flat Earth gains traction, dude. End of story.
well, that's Karen B's argument.
It's fine with me. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
Don't put me in the Karen. Don't put me in the Karen B basket, bro. I don't appreciate that.
You're right in the Karen B.
You're a Karen, bro.
Karen B's argument is, I love flat Earth, and you're weak if you're afraid of it because it makes everyone turn their head. But at this point, I gotta say, there's 3 billion searches on TikTok for flat Earth, not for Jeremy, not for Earth's not a globe. You know, it's flat Earth. It's the reality of the situation is that's where we are. Like, I did start saying stationary topographical plane a lot. And I know a lot of people have picked that up because that's a very hyper-specific whatever, but it is interesting to step back and think about why it is the way it is. And dude, the other guy nailed it. It is 100% because really we're saying we don't believe in this globe model. This tilted, wobbling, spinning water ball in a vacuum, spinning, revolving around the sun, the ever-expanding universe of nothingness, blah, blah, blah. We don't believe in that. Flat Earther, you start answering our questions now, right? It's just a tactic to avoid the burden of proof they have for their globe model.
Yeah, but imagine if you tell them, yeah, you're right. The Earth is not flat. You know how many times I stop ballers in their tracks when I tell them that? They're like, what? Yeah, you're right. The Earth's not flat. Well, what's the argument? You blow their mind. They don't know what to say after that. There's different ways to handle this, guys.
It's addressed individually when people are having the conversation. And so there is a point to be made to say, someone turns their head when they hear the word flat Earth as opposed to globe Earth. Because when each and every one of you looked into it, right, there was the globe Earth versus the flat Earth, right? And these were the phrases that were used. So, it may be extreme, but yeah, of course it gets people to turn their head. But each individual that's going to have a conversation with someone and someone who's going to be honest about, intellectually honest with a conversation with a person, they're going to understand these points. It's not like, you have to be so hyper specific on everything. However, it is important to be very specific on everything. So I think we're just, I don't know, man. I think we're wasting time even talking about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop doing it. Like, if Lex Freeman says, hey, what's it? This is Lex Freeman's camp, and a lot of people suggested you as the flat earther to talk to. He wants to have a discussion about flat Earth with his 3.8 million subscribers. I'm going to be like, okay, set it up. I'm going to be like, no. I'm not a flat earther. Don't put flat earth in the title. I wanted to put flat earth in the title because now the straw man that everyone has in their mind of flat earth, the stupid, I'll not say mean things, stuff that people say like Simon and Dan and stuff that they've seen, they now pop on over to Lex Premium like, this is going to be hilarious. And then they just get dunked on. They see like, oh my gosh, this is what they're actually saying. And this is not what I was prepared for. Like, you can actually turn it on them and use flat earth as a weapon against them. Right? You can show,
I
these
see what
stupid
you're
flat
saying.
earthers do all this. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you're gonna accept Lex Freeman under that pretense because you want to get your message out. Yeah, I get that for sure. You want clicks. You want people to hear the message. I understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I get like I do also agree with the general sentiment you're saying, which is we should make it a point to be somewhat particular, right? Like when we're in the discussion, we should explain it.
Exactly. Like say flat out, look, I don't believe the earth is flat. It's just a term, blah, blah, blah. If you must label yourself, especially if you're going to go on like 3 million people, like, yeah, that's a big thing. But yeah, make that statement. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like it is kind of a misnomer. It's literally a tactic used to group people in so that they had to have a title for the group so they could strawman the group. So they could strawman the entire conversation and put it into a corner. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Label you, and then you got to take all the bad and good of that position. That's what they do. Blue against red, Democrats against Republicans, right? That's the game. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked pretty well, right? Because every time someone hears about the discussion, they're just immediately, every time, they're just asking flat earthers questions. They're like, well, then how's the moon work? Then what's the moon? Well, what about Jupiter? What's underneath the earth then, flat earther? Like, the whole discussion for them is just trying to figure out how it would work on a plain earth. They use the term flat earth to skate past the fact the globe has to substantiate its claims, right? So it's actually pretty brilliant. It's a pretty ingenious thing. I would bet money that the real circulation of that term is the government is behind it.
Yeah, well, they made it so it's a derogatory term, whether we like it or not, right? Think about it. A president, when he makes a speech, right, it's not his words. It's written, it's vetted, all kinds of people go through it, military, psyops, the whole bit, right? They put that term in there as a ridicule. It's a reason why they did that.
And back in the day, so I heard someone say back in the day they were saying flat earth. Like, not really, actually. If you look at the people that wrote back in the day, they had way more elegant names. Like, they called people that believe in the globe, they called them globularists. Like, we call them globe earthers. What's an earther? Like, oh, you're an earthling, you're not an alien. Like, they called them globularists. That's so much more fire. Like, these globularists over here, they did not say flat earther and globe earther. That is a more modern thing. And one may question where it came from, I don't know. I don't want to go further than that because I don't want to make any accusations because I think we all kind of know where it really got popular in modern times, right?
Yeah, it's a touchy thing. Like people get upset over this,
I'm always gonna if any show says, all right, so you were suggested to us as the flat earther we should speak to, I'm gonna be like, all right, set it up.
Yeah, for sure. For you, bro. I mean, it's your business. Of course, you're not going to turn down an opportunity to talk to 3 million people. I mean, it's understandable. But like you said, if you premise with saying, look, I don't actually believe the earth is flat. This is just a term, whatever. That'll turn a lot of heads. That'll make 3 million people go, what did he just say?
Yeah, or just like saying, we don't actually think the earth is flat. Like the earth from as far as can be measured, it's a stationary topographical plane. So we don't actually even know what's past this and past that. Basically, we just all found out that the globe model is not correct. That's what, I do think it's very important that people really lay that out, because they're shifting the burden of proof, dude. Yeah.
Well, I hear that, but understand one thing with it. When you say the Earth is a stationary topographical plane, right? That's an assumption, because I can turn around and tell you, have you seen the Earth as a whole?
Well, that's why I said based on what we can measure.
Yeah.
That's why I said based on what we can measure. Based on what we can measure, the Earth's a topographical plane. I mean, I actually think that there's just water everywhere, and there's just Earth is just like the little pieces of land that pop up out of the water. I just think there's water everywhere. So I don't even necessarily buy there's a wall of ice holding in the water. It's possible. It's certainly possible. But what's outside the ice? More water. That's what I actually think. So, but that being said, if there's
speculation,
just water,
Ryan.
But if there's just water everywhere, then it's pretty flat. Right? If it's like, say there's water and it goes to some type of ice, and then there's water outside of that, water's flat, man. So in the grand scheme of things, it's a horizontal plane, and it has parallel horizontal levels up and down.
Well, tell them about how nothing's flat in reality, SC. Tell them the thing we just went over in Bevs. There is no flat thing in reality. This is why.
You see how triggered he is. You see how triggered he is.
I'm not triggered. I'm just saying water's not flat with it, because there's undulations in it, and there is no such thing as anything being flat in reality. Not triggered, just letting you know.
Well, okay,
hold on. Let me answer the way I want to answer. He was talking about topographical plane, and he said he like up the pond theory, right? But I'll still say this: you haven't seen what you're stood upon as a whole, right? So because Whitsitt was saying, what if this? He was putting it out there. He wasn't saying it's a fact. He's saying, I think this, which is fine by me. I don't mind. But I say this, and I say this to everybody, ballers, flat earthers, anybody. You haven't seen the Earth as a whole. Therefore, you cannot make a shape claim. That is a fact.
Yeah, but we can deny the globe.
We don't make shape claims. There's no flat earthers out there making shape claims. Point one out.
Well, no, he's making a decent point. He's saying that if you make a claim about the Earth in entirety, then technically it's a shape claim. Like if you say, even though it's really not that, like if you say flat Earth, even though if you're invoking the idea of an entire Earth as an object, that doesn't actually invoke a shape. You can have many different plane shapes. You can have a plane triangle, a plane square, a plane circle. So it's not specifically a shape claim. You can't really say that flat Earth is a shape claim at all, because there can be many flat shapes.
Yeah, but hold on. If you're saying the Earth, when you say the Earth, are you talking, because if you say Earth, people are going to believe you're talking about the entirety of the Earth. So if you say the Earth is flat, you are definitely making, and it's not even a shape, because flat is not a shape, but you're making a claim there. You're making a claim of the entirety of the Earth.
That's right, but it's not a shape claim. Like you're making a type of shape claim, like you're saying that it's a plane shape, right? But and let's be honest, a bunch of flat earthers basically claim that the Earth is a circle, right? Like a bunch of flat earthers do basically say that. Like they say, the Antarctica is an ice wall around you. It's a circle.
Yeah.
And they speak of it as if that's the end of the story. But
it's ridiculous.
Well, Scripture does say that.
Just say,
Scripture,
we're too far in the battle.
does
We're
say
too
that.
far in the battle to change the gods. Yeah, Scripture does say that. That's right. But there could be water outside the circle that he drew. But my point is, and I think there for sure is actually. But my point is that we're a little too far into the war to like switch out ammunition. I think that's all I'm saying. It's past this point. We're not like, this isn't like the group meeting in 2013 and we're like, okay, let's get our ducks in order. This is 2023. We're in the trenches. We've lost some soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I get it. Look, it's a
Green
trademark.
group.
Think of it as a trademark, right? Like Twitter, right? What's his name? Bought Twitter and he put an X there. It's tough to do. I get what you're saying, bro. I'm just making a point because we had a discussion with Jeremy, so I'm just saying this flat Earth business.
Well, yeah,
I
the
know what
water's
you're saying.
moving, but you agree that like static fluids are flat. The argument is like you can never truly attain static fluid. Like okay, yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
that's right.
Like the
Even if
oceans are static.
yeah, let's say static fluids are flat. We'll agree on that, right? Are fluids ever static anywhere on Earth?
You can say no. I mean, you're getting really like somewhat pedantic. Like, say I have a container of water that's like, as far as I can tell, completely still. Technically, there's vibrational movement in the water, but I mean, the oceans are a different story. There's wind; it's never really static at all.
Yeah.
There are tides and.
I use the water argument all the time, right? We've even argued, me, you, all the guys here, pump, drop, right? I know how water flows.
SC, why don't you answer the? Oh, go ahead.
What question, Jeremy?
The question Bev and all them dudes were scared to answer. I kept asking and got crickets, but then every time I talked, they would interrupt me.
Go ahead, I'll answer you. What?
Okay, the UK is laid out in grid squares, 90-degree angles, squares. That can't happen on any curved surface, can it?
Do you understand that the land that they surveyed, right, has ups and downs? It's not what you're thinking. You're thinking in your head somehow you think that land that they surveyed is completely flat. There was no mountains, no valleys.
You can't answer it. You're doing exactly what they did, dude. You can't answer that question.
I just answered it.
Can you tile the plane with squares and straight lines and 90-degree angles on a curved surface?
No, you can't. And remember, I brought that up to you. I was the one that asked you, if you're on a curved surface, can you tile? I was the one that told you that, remember? What do you mean I didn't answer you?
We agree.
Hold on. If you think the Earth is a plane, right? That was my answer to you. Can you put tiles on it?
Okay, so it must be planar because otherwise, if it was curving, you wouldn't be able to do what they did in the UK, America, where they use grid squares and straight lines and 90-degree angles everywhere, right? It must be planar. It can't be curved. It can't be curving, right?
What do you mean it can't? What do you mean it can't be curving? It is curving. It's curving. It's going up, down. Yes, it is.
Can you tile the plane?
There is no plane surface in the UK. It's all up, down. There's mountains, there are valleys. Yes, Jeremy.
We know.
Let me jump in. The topography is deviating from a horizontal baseline. So he's talking about the baseline. Is the baseline curving? Like, you cannot do that. You cannot tile it out at 90 degrees if the baseline's curving. The topography is deviation from the baseline.
Yeah, but there's no. He's trying to say that they did the measurement of the UK, therefore the UK is a plane. That's what he's trying to say.
Nope, I'm telling you, it's sitting on a plane. No, I'm telling you, it's sitting on a plane. It has to be because you can't have straight lines, 90-degree angles, and squares on a curved surface. It only works on a plane.
That doesn't change the fact that the Earth is not flat. Do you not get that, bro? There's no argument that you can make.
I already agree with that. Why do you keep bringing it back to that remedial bullshit fucking argument? I gotta go.
You see how triggered he gets? He wants me to say that's never going to happen, Jeremy. You're never going to hear me say the Earth is flat, no matter how much you try. The Earth is not flat, bro.
Can you show me? Can you show me one that is flat, SC?
Sorry?
I said, is there anything you can show me that is flat?
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, how can we say what is or isn't if, you can't differentiate?
You know the difference between flat and curved?
No, I'm asking you, is there something you can show me that's flat?
Why would I have to do that? I'm fighting a statement that says the earth. Dude, laugh at yourself. Don't laugh at me. You're trying to make me say the earth is flat. It's not going to happen. The earth is not flat. There's
I'm not
nothing you
making
can
you say
say. There's
anything.
no way you can change
I
that,
don't think
bro.
anybody's trying. Nobody's trying to get you to say it.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Nobody.
trying to get you to say it, bro. You're like assuming.
So the earth is not flat, right?
Again, is there anything that you can show me that is flat?
I don't have to show you anything. All I have to disprove your stupid claim. The earth is not flat. Anything you ask me is not going to change that. The earth is not flat, measurably
know.
and observably not flat.
And we all.
So if the earth
and
is
we
not
all
flat,
agree with you.
yeah, if the earth is not flat, then what is flat?
I don't give a shit what's flat. The earth ain't, though.
Hey, I want to.
You guys, man, I can do this all day long. As a matter of fact, I'll stay here all day long if you want. The
No, just
is
say,
not
just answer.
flat.
A table, dude, a marble slate. Okay, the Earth has topography. It is a topographical plane. That you're saying basically that's claiming an entirety. The land, which is the true definition of the word Earth, means land. That's where we actually get the word Earth from, is land. This whole it's an object thing, that's some modern misdefinition. That's not even what Earth means. It means land. Just like when you look at the scriptures and you see the word Earth, it actually means land. In Hebrew, it means land. The land is a topographical plane. The land has a horizontal baseline. Topography deviates from the horizontal. That's how we get elevation. That's how we get everything. There's a baseline that's a horizontal plane. We have topography that deviates from that. In fact, the water's moving. It also is constantly deviating from the horizontal baseline. So, Earth not being an object, actually meaning land. The land is like topographical plane. It's a stationary topographical
Is it flat?
No, that's topography. It's topographical.
Nobody's saying it's flat.
All right,
Oh my gosh.
then we're all good.
Everybody here. Okay, can you listen for a second? Everybody here agrees with you that it's not flat. Okay, can we just leave it at that?
Yeah, let's leave it at that. I'm very good with that statement, brother. Yes, we can shake hands.
However, we are sitting on Bumblebee. We are sitting on a plane, a flat plane, right? A horizontal flat plane.
You don't have to get.
Can you let SC answer that, please?
Hold on.
Can we please let SC answer that?
No, SC. Hold on. You don't have to get so specific. I can really simplify it for people, please. It's so locally, it's bumpy. Overall, it's flat. Done deal.
Yeah,
Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that, SC?
No, I'm not okay with that. Nope.
Okay, why? What's the discrepancy? What's the issue?
It's not flat.
All right, we're gonna give you the Glober label now, okay?
Wait, SC, answer.
Any label you want, bro.
Instead of flat, it's level.
SC, is there a flat horizontal baseline?
You make a flat horizontal baseline. You make that line. Yeah.
Yeah, because look, if I go 1 foot under the surface, say I go like 10 feet underneath the earth, it's flat, bro. It's flat, bro. If I go 10 feet under the earth and I start tunneling straight, I'm gonna go in a straight flat line, bro. The only part that's not flat, it's the surface. The surface has topography. If I go 10 feet underneath the surface, it is flat. If I go 20 feet underneath the surface, my second tunnel will be perfectly parallel to the top tunnel, which is flat. So if I dig a tunnel for 4,000 miles, 10 feet under the earth, it is flat. If I do the same thing 20 feet under the earth, it's parallel to the first flat tunnel. It's the topography
Do you agree with that?
From that.
SC, do you agree with that?
Maybe that's true. I don't know. It still doesn't change the fact that the earth is not flat. You can be digging, you can be drilling,
Oh, gosh.
you can be doing whatever you want. I repeat, you're not going to change the fact that the earth is not flat, guys.
All right, Essie, let me ask you this. So let's say
Nobody's trying
wait,
to.
I got this. Essie, so we're going to do some concrete, okay? So there's this thing, there's like pickleball. I don't know if you ever heard of pickleball, but the way pickleball, they have indoor courts now, right? It's like one of the most popular sports in America, right? So you lay the concrete inside, okay? And you make it level and flat. Okay? Then you add a finish on it. And the finish is like this little bumpy material. Right? And that gives you traction for your shoes and stuff to play pickleball. So we've now added a surface finish that has little like bumps on it. But the actual initial foundation, the floor itself, is horizontal. And we have something on top of it. We have the surface finish has little bumps in it. Okay? So is that floor flat? Yes. The surface finish has bumps in it. Right? So if you just were to say, no, the floor is the surface finish, that wouldn't be entirely accurate. Before I put the finish on there and there were no bumps, it was flat. That baseline has a horizontal foundation, right? And then we have little bumps that deviate from that and then come back down to the horizontal.
Yeah, but that's not really an equivalent here, because when you say the earth is flat, you're making a statement of a shape as a whole. You have not seen the earth as a whole, so you cannot make that statement. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, man. Maybe you want to talk about a surface, a certain area, but the statement the earth is flat is not a correct statement, guys. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I don't know how else to tell you.
You got to update the script. It's saying the earth is flat is not making a shape claim as a whole. It is not. Okay? I agree with the talk. This is how it should be phrased. People say earth as if it's an object. They say earth as if they're making a claim about the entirety of where we live, as if it's an object, and that's incorrect. And we cannot know what the earth is in entirety. But that's a misnomer anyway. Earth means land. That's what it actually means. So
yeah, but when you say the word, I agree with you. When you say the word earth, though, people that you say it to think of the earth as a whole.
Yeah, when you say little g, when you say gravity, people think of magic balls pulling each other in instantly with no time variable. Like, who cares what people think? We're saying the earth is actually a misnomer. There is no object called the earth. It's the land.
Okay. Got you.
Well,
I agree with you. Yeah, the earth is the land. Yeah, exactly.
And it has topography that deviates from a horizontal baseline. If I go underneath the surface and I dig a tunnel, it's going to be flat. And if I dig 20 feet underneath the surface and dig a parallel tunnel, it's going to be completely parallel to the top tunnel. Doesn't matter if I go 10,000 miles. Both of those tunnels are going to be parallel to each other. Do we agree? They're going to be flat and parallel.
I've never tried it, but I'm not going to disagree with you on that. That might be so, right? But still, it still doesn't change anything, bro.
Well, it does. You're kind of conflating the surface with the baseline.
No, you think a baseline means a shape of an entirety, because you're thinking, because I could easily tell you, okay, I'll give you that. You're on a topographical plane, right? Even though you haven't seen it. Can the bottom of this envisioned thing in your mind, could it be a triangle? Could it be a box underneath you?
Yeah, I'm not making a shape claim.
This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. It's the argument that it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't hold weight. Because you're talking about a surface of something, but you're trying to explain it as a whole.
Essie, can I add a idea in real quick?
Listen. The big mistake is to try to. Essie, I think maybe this is the point you're trying to make. The big mistake is to try to say that you know what the entirety is: flat, globe, triangle, trapezoid, whatever. Okay, because we haven't seen the Earth, the whole thing from afar, so we can't make the claim about the whole thing. All we can do is utilize where we live, what we see. And so far, it doesn't match the globe math we were raised to think it is. That's it.
I'm with you on that, bro. I'm with you on that. Obviously,
Yeah,
the globe claim is ridiculous. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna go with it. Something that I know for a fact is everywhere I've ever explored as a human, anywhere I've ever been on this plane, the water finds its level. So I know that many of us have gone swimming in pools, in lakes, in ponds. And when you're suspended, when your body is held by the water and you're swimming, that level is the same level anywhere you are on Earth. Now, they may be at different elevations. So if there's like a laser line of every pool in the whole world, they're going to be at different heights, but they're going to have the same angle because they settle at level. So of the observable Earth that I've been on, it has a baseline of flat, even though it's textured. It has mountains, it has valleys. But when you get in water, the water tells the story. It's all level. It's not curving. And I know you know that, SE, but I can't claim what the Earth's shape is, or because I haven't been all the way to the edges. I have no idea how far it goes, where it stops. But the baseline is
Exactly,
level.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in agreement. Yeah.
Okay. So the baseline is flat, bro. The baseline is horizontal. It's just like sea level. Okay, when we determine sea level and when we measure elevation, we don't say, but technically the water's moving. Its baseline is flat. If you could pause everything and it would just find its equilibrium and be flat. When we measure elevation, we measure a vertical distance above the horizontal. The baseline of the Earth, no matter how far you go, extends out horizontally forever. And if you go below that, it's parallel. You go below that, it's parallel. If you go up, it's parallel. It's a bunch of horizontal parallel lines. You have all kinds of stuff. You have clouds, you have mountains, you have valleys, you have the ocean floor. But the baseline is a bunch of parallel horizontal lines. Right? So they're claiming that it's curving. It's not.
All right, SE, you got two choices. Are you going to pick round or flat?
Flat's not a shape.
Okay. Round or flat?
I'm going to continue doing what I do
round's not
all the time.
shape either. Round is an aspect just like flat is. So
that's why I said. That's why I repeated it. So
okay.
Round or flat? Round or flat, SE? Which are you picking?
Neither.
Come on, dude.
All right. I'm gonna be frankly honest here, right? Or bluntly honest. I think that flat Earth is getting bored. They're getting bored, so now we've gotten into stuff like, well, technically it's not flat, and technically you can't disprove that the Earth's not moving up. And
no, bro. You know what this is?
Not?
What's it? This is based on one dude. His name is Bev. Bev has made a statement. The Earth is not flat, and it has triggered everybody for years now.
Just let it go.
It's because they're bored. That's what I'm saying. It's because they're bored. So it's like ruffle the feathers of their own community, right? That's the same thing that the dude, whoever it is,
it's getting cannibalistic.
Dell says that the Earth is rising. Or Dell says the Earth is rising, right? That doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't accomplish anything.
Listen, this is how it started today. I came in today. It was me, Jeremy, and somebody else. And Jeremy started the combo like this. Hey, SC, what's up with your boy? And I'm like, what? This is how this started, bro. I didn't start anything.
Oh, I'm just explaining that flat Earth, quote unquote, has become bored. Okay? And so now they're like, let me look back over some of the stuff flat Earth says and get really pedantic so I can ruffle the feathers of the fellow flat earthers, quote unquote. It's very obvious that's what's happening. That's why people say the Earth is moving up now.
Check it out.
So are you saying SD's a flat Earth cannibal?
Hold on. So I agree to a certain extent with it that is going on. We have the truth. Truth doesn't change, so it does get kind of pedantic. monotonous rather, every day. So people subconsciously are probably searching for, something new, right? Oh, I got a truth. I want more. But I want to get deeper. I want to know more. So that said, I am seeing all of this though more as a response to the anti-flat earthers out there trying to defame the name flat earther, right? So the point being made there, whether or not I support, I'm just saying this is what I'm noticing, is they want to make the term flat earther look bad, so they want us to stop calling each other flat earthers. And stop
because
flat earth.
Because it's already so popular, though. That's why
right. That's why.
For us.
I agree.
They would love for us to do that. Like, I'll go on Fox News tomorrow as a flat earther. Dude. No one in this community is going to stop me. I'll go to Fox News tomorrow as a flat earther. 100%. I disagree with modern Christianity top to bottom. Don't agree with them on almost anything. Someone asks that if I'm a Christian, I'm going to say yes. And then I'm going to explain the nuance of it. Christian already is everywhere. Flat earther is already everywhere. If the enemy wants you to discard the word flat earth, I promise, because it has 3 billion searches on TikTok. Okay? If any show in the world asks me to come on as a flat earther, set it up. No, technically I'm not a flat earther. You're going to have to find someone else because pedantically, the earth is a topographical plane. I'm not doing that. I will say it during the interview. Tactically speaking, I'm not our general or anything, but if I was, I would say, let it go. We are in a war, and it has been framed to the mainstream as globe earth versus flat earth. Is it a mischaracterization? Yes. Is it a trap that tries to make it where they can straw man and shift the burden of proof? Yes. That doesn't matter. That's what war is. You have to step up and still win the war. Okay? That was their big attack.
Yep, and they want us fighting amongst ourselves, arguing about what to call each other. That's what they want.
Yeah, war is
hear me all the time, right? I never beef with you guys when you say flat earther. This was just a situation that happened today. I hear you guys saying flat earther 100 times a day. I don't say anything because I know what you mean.
Why? Do you understand my point though? Like that, do you understand? We have to. Like in war, they're going to shoot a cannon and you're going to lose a couple people. One of their major weapons. Let's change it to direct energy weapons so we can make it more applicable to modern times. So they're going to shoot a laser over at us, okay, and they're going to burn some stuff up. Okay, the first direct energy weapon they used against this movement was promoting the label flat earth. The second weapon was censoring the real quote-unquote flat earthers and then straw manning it with that characterization. That was their weapon. So either we can run away, right? We can retreat and be like, no, I'm not a flat earther. Or we have to take it on the chin and then keep swinging.
Yeah, man, we double triple down. Yeah, I agree with you. We double triple down. Nothing's going to stop us in the first place, so we can't let anything, make us say, "Oh, well, let's question what we call each other." Fuck all that. That's some drama label ass bullshit. That's all I'm going to say.
It's actually a huge advantage. Flat earther if you use it properly, it's an advantage. I gave an example earlier. Lex Freeman says he wants to talk to a flat earther. Everyone in my comment section is saying, I need to talk to this Witsit guy. Oh, you can't debate Witsit. Oh, you think flat earth is stupid? Talk to Witsit. Blah, blah, blah. So then they're like, you know what? Everyone's saying you're the flat earther we need to talk to. I'm like, okay, bet. Set it up. I'm ecstatic. Perfect. Let's do it. As soon as I sit down with them, I'm going to represent quote unquote flat earth in a way that you cannot claim it's stupid. You can't claim all the straw men. So now you get to take that whole entire conversation back. If you just say, no, I'm sorry, bro, I'm not a flat earth, like, that's not really going to help. Like, it's an advantage to go onto these places as a quote unquote flat earther and then them hear the conversations we have. Well, technically speaking, we're not making an entire shape claim. Flat is just general description. It's a general description of a surface. It's actually a topographical plane, more specific. And that's just the measurable, accessible areas of the Earth. We're just saying that the default position is that the Earth is a stationary topographical plane, that it's horizontal, that the horizon is horizontal, that we measure relative to the horizontal baseline, that we utilize the Earth as if it is relatively and generally flat. That's why it's in all the documents. We fly the plane over a flat, non-rotating Earth. They're not talking about undulations in the surface. They're not talking about any of that, right? And when you start to break it down like that, now you've pulled all the power out of their weapon. Right now, you've unplugged their directed energy weapon. That's
I
my.
hear you. Let me respond. Let me respond. I'm with you 100%. If CNN called me tomorrow and told me to come on and represent Flat Earth, I would do it. You know why? Because I would first of all explain myself in the beginning. I came on representing Flat Earth, but technically the Earth is not flat, and I would take it from there. Right?
When you say
understand
flat,
what you're saying.
when you say
Sorry?
flat, what do you mean by that? What does flat mean to you?
Hold
When
on,
I say
Rich.
flat,
Hold on, man. They want you out there. I'm so sorry to interrupt like this, but they want you out there saying shit, like questioning your own what you've said so many times before. Are you going back on being a flat earther? Well, no, the Earth's still like, kind of flat, but it's not really. Like, let me explain. That sounds sloppy. That's sketchy. You're stumbling at that point. If we don't stay united with who we are, just as whatever name you could call us, carrot men, and it would still be the same truth that we're promoting. We cannot let our label color any of it. And so when they got to get us out there, say on a CNN program or anything, CNN, that'd be great, right? But anything at all. And we're saying, well, it's not flat. Technically, and these words.
you didn't hear what Whitsitt said, did you? You didn't catch what Whitsitt said.
These
No,
words.
he didn't hear what I said either. He just ran it through.
Gosh, dang it. These words, it's not flat, do damage to this. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
No, bro.
Right.
It brings truth and clarity. Now, you didn't understand what Whitsitt meant. He said he would identify as a flat earther because he doesn't want to miss the opportunity of talking to 3 million people. That's what he said. And he said he would start. Let me finish, bro. He said he would premise the conversation of explaining that term. That's what he said. And I agreed with him.
Yeah, I made
Why
even
would you
further
miss
point.
an opportunity to talk to 3 million people?
Well, it's not just that. I made a further point that one of their biggest weapons is using the term flat Earth, censoring the real quote unquote flat earther, and then straw manning it. So now you get to come in and say, wait a minute, that's not what these flat earthers actually think. This is what they actually think. And now you've taken back this characterization of millions of people, right? It actually can be used against them at this point. You just have to get past the censorship. So it's like it's such a disingenuous tactic that they had to employ to stop the movement that you can take it back from them. You can actually use it as a weapon against them. Because now it's like, in their mind, in Jim's mind over here that works 9 to 5, he's like, flat earthers think this. They think you can fall off the stupid earth. They're so retarded, they think they can fall off. There's just water rolling off the earth. Oh, they're just a disk in a solar system. These people are stupid. It's a disk line up at 9.8 meters per second squared. These people are
fuck, man.
That's what they.
He's
that's
right,
what they think. That's
He's
what
right.
They,
So
then you're like, no. Actually, that's not what.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
All right, so what does flat mean to you, SE?
Flat is like an observation. Like here, I'm looking at my cabinet. It's vertical, it appears flat. What's so difficult about that?
So it's an observation, it's an appearance. Is it actual?
It's a description.
Right, but is it an accurate description?
Well, it depends, bro. If you want to go microscopic, I've had this conversation before. It's fruitless.
It's not, though. It's not, because it's all
What's
about
your
scale.
point? Tell me your point. Get to the point.
Well, I'm trying to. You're just chanting through me because you're so upset. I don't understand. But again, this is all about scalability. So when you say your counter or your kitchen cabinet is flat and vertical, that's only apparent. Yeah, it's apparent. That's what you said. Apparently appears to be flat from observation. But in actuality, is it flat?
Like I said, it depends where you want to go with this. And I've had this conversation before.
It's not about where I want to go.
Do you want to go microscopic? Is that what you want to do? Get with it, bro.
it's not about getting with it, SE. You're trying to bend and twist things to fit your narrative versus the ultimate understanding of what it is we're talking about. You're
No, I'm
looking at
showing you.
the minute imperfections, and you're saying, "Up, imperfection, not flat." And it's only based on your subjective observation, not the overall entirety of what it is we're talking about. That's why I say, like, you're making a very subjective, pedantic argument here versus the overarching point that if we're going to talk about flat, then you would have to show me something that is flat. And in all actuality, nothing is flat. So what are you really saying?
That helps me. You don't realize what you just said. You just shot yourself in the foot. Exactly.
You don't
So
get
why
it.
are you saying the earth is flat, bro?
Because we're
If
not
nothing is
talking
flat, if nothing is flat, why are you saying the earth is flat?
because we're not talking about the small local, like as the other guy already put it to you, imperfections, the peaks, the troughs, the dips, all of this that we're not talking about. We're talking about the entirety of what it is that's in question. And with that being said,
Can I say one thing? Flat Earth for life, baby. I don't give a fudge.
yeah. So with that being said, the overall entirety of it, if it doesn't have a deviation to it and it appears to be level all the way through, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the small imperfections here. We're talking about the overall entirety of it. Because if you're gonna point out the small imperfections, nothing's perfect, nothing's flat, but it's the overall entirety that we're talking about. Jesse.
Okay. How can you make an overall entirety claim when you haven't seen the earth overall in its entirety?
You can see enough of it to determine that it's not deviating. When you look at the horizon and it appears to be no side is higher than the other, there you go. It's pretty simple. It's logic.
Hey, I would venture to say any house or building on the planet, the plane, I should have said plane. If you take the average of every land that has been developed to build on, it's level because level is level everywhere. It's the average. We need to be looking at the average, not the bumps. I mean, it's a textured place. We live in a textured place.
For sure.
Everything's
It's like
textured,
being
bro.
listen, it's like being able to see the forest from the trees. Like it's that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way to put it.
I think we
That's
have
not a good
exhausted
way to
quite a
put
bit.
it. If you're looking
Well-
at the trees and you want to see the entire forest, how do you know? You don't know. You just see a few trees in front of you.
Yeah, but you can go real high above a forest, still not see the whole forest, but see overall how it lays out.
But not all of it, right?
I'd never claimed all of it.
So you can't make an earth shape claim then.
We're not.
I cannot make an earth-shaped claim. I never do.
The earth is flat. What is that? When you say the earth is flat, what is that? Isn't that not an earth claim shape?
It's
A general
supposed to listen. It's supposed to spark critical thought. Unfortunately, we only have this amount of information to work with. These kinds of biases that we have to run against as speed bumps in the road. We've got to work with the way to communicate the truth to the people. But honestly, this is minutia. We shouldn't even be having this argument.
All right,
We're
let's
flat
just say
earthers.
geocentrists. All right. Geocentrists. There we go. Problem solved.
I'm cool with geocentrists, but that doesn't mean it's not a globe. See, that's the problem. It's geocentric and not a globe. And then people are like, "What?" And then you've lost them again.
Well, that's why I always say this. I've learned that for sure the first step is the geocentrism. For sure the first step is that the Earth's not moving. In my humble opinion, flat Earth is too far. It's too far at the beginning. The Earth is not moving. The Earth is stationary. That means it's geocentric. The universe is geocentric because the Earth can't be geocentric because it means Earth-centric. So the Earth is Earth-centered is retarded. But the universe is geocentric. Okay? We're geocentric because you're actually fighting against the spell of the scientists know all of it. They know everything. And they say that the Earth is revolving around the sun in a solar system. If people get past the spell, they become flat earthers over time. Like, there's no way you're gonna hold on to a stationary globe in a vacuum very long. You're gonna quickly realize, wait a minute, if they were able to be wrong about something this major regarding the Earth, what else could they have been wrong about?
Right. I agree. And I think maybe this is just my opinion on it, that we're all trying to find a way to remove the stigma from the label so we can, you know what I mean? But that ship kind of sailed. I think all we can do, again, just my opinion, is stay united as best we can. If you don't want to use the term flat earther, find other things to say. But we have to have a way to make it so people can pay attention right away. They need a sentence or a name at the longest. They're not going to pay attention through it's geocentric and it measures against the globe math. You've already lost 90% of your audience right after that first sentence. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. Once you use the word flat earth, you're in a disadvantage. Period. Now,
yeah, man, but listen, what else are we going to do? And the flat earth term is super popular, like what's it said. So I'm not sure what you want to accomplish here.
it's not me. What I want to accomplish is this. If somebody says the earth is not flat, don't turn on them. That's all I'm saying. You can use any term, but why are you turning like Jeremy freaked out today because Bev says the earth is not flat? Why are you getting triggered over that?
I didn't freak out. I agree with him. There's undulations in it. When we say flat earth, just like when we say butterfly, we're not talking about a fly made of butter. When we say flat earth, we're talking about the flat part is the horizontal baseline plane, the horizontal plane that all elevation is measured from. That's what we're talking about.
All plumb lines will not vary.
They're all parallel. All plumb lines are parallel. Everything, all that. Right. All horizontal planes are parallel. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Xanax gonna make it all better.
He's not fighting that just to fight. But I don't agree with Witsit. I don't think that there are any. I don't think has there been any scientifically educated individuals that have converted to flat Earth?
Do you remember when I said? You remember when I said that what you're going against is like this, like cocky talking point. It's like a spell that all the scientists have proven. Blah blah blah. So when you